Welcome to By The Fireplace HT. Grab a coffee, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Welcome to By The Fireplace HT. We're so happy to be here. Today we are inviting our guests from all the previous episodes of By The Fireplace, and we're all hopping onto a Zoom call together where we're going to chat about life, share our hearts, and perform music for you. So right here in this Zoom call, I'm just going to introduce each one of you. We have Charlene and Wei Ming. Yay! Hey, wave. Why so serious? Hello.
Hello.
And and we have Lisa.
Hi.
Yeah, woo. See, at least Lisa says something, so we know she's there, right? And we have Priscilla. Yay!
Yeah, hello.
And we have Josh. What's that? You just do a side dab. What's that? Cool, man. Horse. I can see that. So welcome to By The Fireplace HT. So HT just means heart to heart talk, and we're just going to be spending such a beautiful time of almost like gathering around a coffee table, having conversations with one another, sharing about life. So in the previous few By The Fireplace episodes, each one of you shared your stories that were all so raw, so real and powerful. And they were actually like reflections of the things that you've gone through, the thoughts that you're going through your mind over those 2 months of lockdown. And the powerful thing about these stories is that I feel like that it wasn't just unique to your own life, but it was something that was like a shared story with so many people who have heard it because they could identify with those same situations that you guys shared. So as we exit this first 2 months of Circuit Breaker, what we're going to be talking about today for each one of you is that as you exit this 2 months into greater normality in life, how has your perspective on your own situation, the things that you've shared in the episode that you guys did, how has that grown and how has that developed or changed? Has there been new perspectives or new thoughts that you're mulling over? So this is going to be our conversation today, sitting around a coffee table and sharing hearts. So we're just so happy to go into this. Firstly, we're going to talk about Pris. Yay! Like in your episode, it was so special because it was a story that was so relevant for all of us. You left your job, stable income, and you went to music full time, and it was something that you believed in, and it took a lot of courage to do that. But what happened was that when you actually did that, boom, the circuit breaker thing happened, and all the gigs that you are signed up for were just taken away, and gigs equals to income, so we all know that, and you were placed in a strange place of uncertainty. And something in your video that you shared, in the midst of your uncertainty, this question came to your mind. What is it that really grounds us? And can those things that we believe in, can they actually ground us, So as you exit this circuit breaker, is that question still something that, lingers in your mind? And has there been a change, in your approach towards life when it comes to dealing with uncertainties?
Well, actually for me, so this whole circuit breaker basically changed everything. Like everything just changed 180 degrees, and like whatever that I thought was stable, or whatever notion of stability that I had is no longer, like, it doesn't hold true at all, and I just felt that, like, even though I had no gigs, no income during that period, and I tried almost everything that I could to just, like, hey, here got money, okay, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do this, but it's totally unrelated to what I left my job to do. I wanted to do music, I wanted to do gigs, I wanted to do events, but like when there was like an opening, like a light at the tunnel, at whatever tunnel is, like, you know, where it's like Jurong, and I live at the other side of the island. But whatever tunnel that I saw, like, I was like, okay, yes, let's go chase that. Okay, let's go do this. And then, you know, it's like, what? Like, I felt like a little mouse just like banging against every single door, you know, like just trying to do everything that I can to survive lah. And God just closed like all the doors that didn't need to be opened, you know. And I felt that when I just stayed still, you know, just listen and just not do things that I'm not supposed to be doing, and just be a little bit more intentional about what I'm meant to do, and just be still. And yeah, I saw that actually, like, things started coming in, like gigs started flowing in, and I didn't really have to worry, you know. It's like almost like God sent, and it just came. And like when I listened and when I didn't do like funny things, you know, then it just naturally flowed. It was almost like I didn't have to do anything but just be still and listen, you know. And yeah, lor. So yeah.
You know, when you share this, right, I feel like it's almost so anti-Singaporean mindset, because you almost feel like, wow, if nothing is happening, right, I really need to get going, you know, to make things happen. Yeah. And it feels as though like you were learning some kind of a lesson, that you know, God can be very real in your situation, and that He can be the one that provides for you. So it's really awesome.
So I really felt like I didn't even need to fight for myself, because it felt like it was already won. You know, I just had to wait for my time and just not be so impatient lah. You know, like all kiasu Singaporeans are, we always want it now, and like, hey, how come this not happening? How come that not happening? If it's not happening, I need to take it into my own hands and like do something about it lah. So yeah, I mean, I this song has been like really quite precious to me, that has been on my mind, and it really just reminded me of the time where I also quit my job, and I was like very like, what's going on, what's gonna happen to me. And just the last day of circuit breaker, there was a beautiful rainbow. I don't know whether y'all see the rainbow.
It was a double
double rainbow.
Wow, man, it's like double confirm, you know. Confirm plus chop, you know.
And it's like the last day of circuit breaker, right? And like, normally don't look out my window one because you're always so busy like looking at your phone, TV, things like that, right? But you know, like very free now, right? So always look out the window, like, wow, the cloud's so nice, the sky's so blue. Like every day looking out for the sunset and everything. And then like on that day I saw the rainbow, and I was like, wow. I just felt like, wow, like God is really just like, it's like God's way of saying, like, you know, hey, it's the end of circuit breaker, here's a rainbow, you guys did well, and look forward to like greater things. And you know, like, just don't be so worried about things, and He's got everything under control lah. You know? So can I sing a song?
Cannot.
Song.
I will sing a rainbow song. So I'm just gonna share this song. It's called Rainbow by Casey Musgraves. Can y'all draw like a rainbow?
When it rains, it pours, but you didn't even notice. It ain't raining anymore. It's hard to breathe when all you know is the struggle of staying above the rising water line. While the sky is finally open, the wind and wind stop blowing, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. You hold tight to your umbrella, but darling, I'm just trying to tell ya that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. If you could see what I see, you'd be blind. 'cause the sky is finally open. The wind and rain stop blowing, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. You hold tight to your umbrella, darling, I'm just trying to tell ya that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. Go with your umbrella, 'cause darling, I'm just trying to tell ya that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. Yeah, there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. Okay, thanks for all the rainbows that suddenly came out. How come you all got all the rainbow props? Oh my gosh. Wow, thanks.
Thank you.
Wow,
So many
wow, sick.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, that was some serious rainbow song. I mean, because the circuit, yeah, very colorful. Because the circuit breaker, there was not just one rainbow, so there was two. So this song confirmed us all the rainbow come out.
Yes.
Seriously, that was
Thanks,
so.
Chris.
Yeah, thank you so much. I think, like, you know, when we witness, it's almost like the beauty of God, like in the skies. It pulls us away from, you know, the micro difficulties that are like right before our eyes,
Yeah.
and we seem to not be able to get out of. And sometimes I feel almost like there is such a God that really loves us, and he puts a huge rainbow in the sky, not just one, right? He must like, hey, just in case you never see one, double confirm, I show you another rainbow. And he pulls
Yeah.
our vision to something that's far away. And suddenly our eyes are not like locked into, man, this thing or that thing that I don't have, that I'm worried about, that I feel insecure about. And when we look a little bit further, we start to see, wow, maybe there's a God that is strong enough, who is strong enough to make two rainbows, is also strong enough to take care of my life. So that's so precious.
Yes.
So good, man. Does your kid love rainbow, Pris?
Yeah. It's like, Mama, rainbow. And then
So
within like
cute.
5 minutes gone already, so sad.
So fast. Only 5 minutes. Yeah, but thanks, Pris, for the song. Such a blessing about rainbows and the assurance of hope that can actually be found in, a God that really loves us, you know. We're gonna go to Lisa. Man, I mean, for all of us who heard, her sharing, my goodness. I mean, it was so raw and so tender, and it was not just like a story that happened like 10 years ago. It was like, just before the recording, like you were walking through, you know, the moments of like self-blame, and it's almost like drowning in a sea of negativity. And I think like every Singaporean like understands that feeling, you know, of like feeling like I'm not good enough, you know, or I should have done better, you know, or like I should have not done this or done that. And the moment we go through moments like this, it's like a spiral of negativity and accusation that we put on ourselves, you know. So I think my question to Lisa is that, you know, in our low points, especially when our inadequacies or weaknesses are exposed, we are usually very quick to accuse and condemn ourselves. No, is that something that you deal with? And how do you try to emerge from that sea of negativity?
Yes, it's definitely something that I deal with. I think I didn't, grow up dealing with that enough to know how to handle it properly in that sense. Yeah. Especially the past few years that I was still at my full-time job. Like, it was just work and gigs, and it's always like from morning to like super late at night, and there was very little time that I had to, I guess, you know, get to know myself better as a person as well. You know, like how my mind or my heart works in that way, or like just to simply like process whatever that's going on, or you know, like in terms of like if there's any conflict, you know, let's say in the family or at work, like there's never really time to really process things. So like I think like throughout the years there are so many things that kind of like build up, and like once it explodes it's just like very uncontrollable, and like the tendency was just to get into that negativity, you know. It's just I guess it's very sad that like it's so easy, you know, to get in that space. And I realized that like there have been like many decisions that I made in my life that were motivated by fear. Like it could be anything, like, oh, you know, I'm afraid that I wouldn't be successful, I'm afraid that I wouldn't be strong enough for my family, I'm afraid that I wouldn't be able to survive, you know, during this circuit breaker, you know. I'm afraid that I have to like get some help from people, you know. There's also like that combination of pride and everything. So like it was, I think like after the video that I did, you know, By The Fireplace, I actually had some time to really understand myself better. And like I guess, you know, it's been a journey, it's been a process as well, you know. I think this is one of the things that like God is trying to reveal to me in that sense. And I still think that like whatever that has happened, even though it was painful, like in the past few years, or you know, in the past in general, like it has been allowed, you know. It is all part of a journey, part of a process. And like now is really the time to really break things down, you know, to the very small detail. And God is really just showing it to me, and at the same time he is not being judgmental, he's not condemning me, you know. And it's been a very loving process, I feel. Yeah.
You know, it's so precious when you are saying something like this, because I sometimes feel like, you know, in Singapore we don't give enough time like to let our emotions breathe, to let like things that, it's almost like you hear so many stories of like your friends like going through stuff where they have stored it out over time, you know. It's like it's ballooning within their hearts, right? And then like no one's like, we don't see the value in having to deal with it, because what's important in life is like my job, you know, earning money, you know, getting successful, the things that people can see, the things that I can validate myself by, the things that I can secure myself with, you know. It's these things that are more important, not my emotions. But then it comes to a point where things just balloon and they just explode, and we find ourselves like in a broken place. But hearing you share like reminds me of like going to a doctor, you know. After the balloon explode already, right? You know, you have to go take MC, you know, you go to the doctor, right? and the problem is that when we are the doctor, we are like, we are in pain, and the doctor is like, where are you hurting? And sometimes we are like, actually I do not know where I'm hurting, like I'm just in pain.
Yes.
You know, like what is that process for you? Like, you know, like you talk about this God that you know showed you where you're hurting, you know. What was that process like?
I feel that it is not like a very straightforward process, you know. It's not always the case where like I straight away know that I'm hurting, and like, you know, I'm asking God like what is happening, and it's not like he will straight away show it, you know. Sometimes it's not like that, but like I said, it is all like a journey, a long journey. And I believe that it won't stop now or like ever, like it will just keep going, you know. And sometimes it's just that like when I really let myself like reflect on, you know, my life in general, I think when it's really the quietest that I let myself be, then these things will come. And I really don't think that like it is not anything that is ordinary. Yeah, I feel that like there are certain things that suddenly just like, hey, you know what, like that's how I've been feeling about this so far, but I never really realized it. Yeah, it's been interesting. I would say. Yeah,
So good. Thanks for sharing. And yeah, man, we're gonna hear a song from Lisa.
yes,
Man,
so,
I think we're always excited to hear songs from Lisa.
Yes. Always.
I think I might need a minute to like compose myself.
Tissue. I prepared tissue
Grab-
for you.
Grab out the tissue right now, man.
I got it.
We are the
Yeah.
tissue sisters. We always
Yeah,
cry.
man. Oh my god.
I guess the best part, right? I mean, like you're so used to performing outside, you know, where it's like you're singing songs that are entertaining, but like in this room, like I feel like you're singing a song that that describes your own heart and your own journey, yeah, and it doesn't have to be polished or beautiful, like all put together. But man, those tears, so yeah. Maybe as I'm talking, I'm just giving her more time to.
Yeah. I feel like you're saying things that make her cry more.
It's not really helping, right? I should be telling a joke, like right. Yeah.
Ken.
Cool.
All right. So speaking about fear, I think this song is one of my most favorite songs that I would usually, turn to when I feel a bit down or, consumed with worries, because, that's how worries start. Like you are afraid about something, then you keep thinking about it, then you're worried about it. So it's a song called Hello Fear. Hope this blesses you.
Hello, fear. I knew I would see you. You have a hard time letting go. See these tears. Take a good look, 'cause soon they won't fall anymore. God's healing my hurtful places. That seed that was yours now is taken. I'm no longer afraid. See, I'm better this way. And one more thing before you leave. Oh, never again will I love you. My heart it refuses to be your home. No longer your prisoner. Today I remember, apart from you is where I belong. And never again will I trust you. I'm tired of fighting, it's been way too long. No longer your prisoner. Today I remember who I was, and now it's gone. Hello, grace. It feels like forever. I thought my chance with you was gone. See your face, it reminds me of mercy. And please let me say I was wrong. Never knew your touch was endless. How you never run dry of forgiveness. Didn't know how bad it was afraid just because. Sorry, fear, grace took your place. Never again will I love you. My heart it refuses to be your home. I belong. And never again will I trust you. I'm tired of fighting this pain way too long. No longer your prisoner. Today I remember who I was, and now it's gone. They're gone. Farewell, goodbye, so long. Farewell, goodbye, so long. Farewell, goodbye, so long. Hello, fear. Before you sit down, there's something I need to explain. Thank you. Hello.
Hit the applause button right now.
The whoa.
Somebody hit the applause button right now.
Oh, your rants are like, I'm amazing, oh my gosh.
Them runs, man.
Thank you.
I love it.
Runs.
I mean, the song, right, man? Yeah, there's
Goodbye
a
to
part.
fear.
Yeah, there's a part that just said like, fear, this seat is now taken. My gosh,
It's a beautiful song. Yeah.
crazy stuff.
Thanks for the song.
Thanks for listening.
Amazing,
And
amazing.
thanks for preparing tissue for me.
Virtual
You need-
tissue right now.
You need some more?
Yes. Got it. Thank you.
From my
We were
from my
like-
screen, right? Lisa is right on top of Chris. So it's like just now when Chris was about to give the tissue, right? I saw you take out the tissue.
Oh my gosh.
That was
Damn cool.
recorded.
Should try again.
Amazing. Thank you, Lisa, for the song.
you.
Wow, man, this is serious. Dinosaur, you love it? Yeah, he likes it.
Wait.
He
Can,
likes
can
it.
Lisa, can you do like your most crazy run? Like, like do like a Mariah Carey thing.
Yeah, then after that, Jiahao will try.
Yeah.
yeah.
I try already, people sure click off, don't want to watch it.
Oh, shake the dinosaur.
So good.
Thanks, guys.
Cool, man. Now, this is our last part, and I think we're going to talk about Charlene and Wei Ming right now. Come on, man.
Hey.
Oh, this is your room, is it? Or your study room?
It's
Study
our
room.
study room / storeroom.
Wow, how come the curtains so nice?
Yeah, man. It's
Quite nice one.
Charlene don't know how to reply, huh?
it was my choice of color, so
Well done.
yeah.
So you're the creative one. Woo! Oh, IKEA. So, one thing that really stood out in your episode, I mean, obviously, it was a heartfelt sharing of the years in your life growing up, and having to walk through like painful struggles, and how you shared. I remember one part where you said you woke up one morning and there was this sense of, who am I? I mean, it sounds like a deep question, but it's so tied to like, who am I as a person? What is my worth? Like, what is my value? And I think it left us all with a question. Like, how do we choose to find our self-worth? Or how do we choose to define ourselves? As we live in this life. But sadly to say, like, I think all of us also have experienced this, where we have walked through painful, traumatizing moments in our lives that have left scars that are, or wounds rather, that have not been healed, and it has kind of affected the way that we live our lives. In other words, we live from that place of pain, from the place of hurt. That pain becomes our perspective, and I see it in my own life, in my own relationship, things that have gone wrong, I feel like I'm living from that perspective of that pain that sometimes I find very hard to get out of, because that situation was so real to me. But in your story, Charlene, you shared about these two words, new beginnings. And what I really want to know is, I secretly want to also like receive some light from your sharing, for my life or for our lives. Like, what does it look like for you personally to step into a new beginning? How do you actually do that? And is it difficult to live in that new reality as opposed to what you've walked through in your own life in the past?
First, I bought a new wardrobe. New beginnings, new look.
All the women say amen.
New year, new me.
New me. New Year resolutions, right?
Yeah.
New year, new me. Every
Was
year,
that the time
every
you
year I
chopped-
say the same thing.
Was that the time you cut the
Pixie hair.
pixie haircut?
No, that was before. No, that was
That's before the new beginning.
yeah.
Is Pixie
That was
is
me
it
trying to do a new beginning. So I
Oh.
cut off all my hair off. I mean, I went really, really short. And I
is Pixie a dialect? Is it a dialect word?
Voila.
Pixie. Kena pick until you
Yeah.
say.
Dude, you're showing
Sorry,
your
sorry.
age. Showing your age, okay?
I know.
yeah, lor.
I say, carry on.
Okay. So like, what did that new beginning look like for me, right? I think like a huge part of learning and walking in that new beginning was to accept who I was, and forgive myself, like forgiving the person who in some sense was still me, I'm still me, but a different version of me, a younger version of me who made a lot of wrong choices because she was just really absorbed in her own pain and just like selfish and also like not very aware of what was going on inside of her. Yeah. And I think one of the huge things about forgiving myself is like learning to like myself again, or like learning to really see the way like God sees me and not and not like when I look in the mirror, I'm not always like looking at my pain, not looking at my past, but learning to look at myself with new eyes again. And even walking and journeying along with people that also looked at me with a new set of eyes. So I remember like there was this movie that I watched years ago. Like, so I don't know if you guys have watched it before. It's called The Perks of Being a Wildflower. Have you guys
The
watched
title
it?
so
I
long.
haven't watched
Yes,
it
yes,
yet,
yes.
but I'm familiar with the
Oh,
movie.
okay.
Wildflower?
The
flower
perks
or
of being
wallflower?
Wallflower.
Oh, did I say wildflower?
Yeah, wallflower. Wallflower.
The perks of being a wallflower. So there was this
Too early.
there
too
was this
early.
line. There was this line that really, really hit me. I remember until now. Which goes like we accept the love that we think we deserve. Yeah, we
Wow.
accept the love we think we deserve. I remember like sitting there, like I was watching with my ex-boyfriend, and I was like, and at that moment I was like, oh my gosh, like thinking about all like the relationships I was in, and how messed up I felt, and I was like, okay, like suddenly it clicked for me, that it's because I've been having this mindset that I don't deserve, I'm not valuable, I'm not worthy, and I keep making mistakes, and I realized I was like settling, for people that, and it's not that they were bad or anything. It's just that I was just and just feeling broken about myself, and I think if I didn't think I deserve a new beginning, I wouldn't even have one, right? So
Yeah.
when I came back, like my turning point was when I felt like God was, where like He forgave me, and He allowed me to have a new beginning, and that was when I came back to Him, and really it was from there when I accepted His forgiveness, and then that helped me to forgive myself, that helped me to see the way He saw me as well. Yeah.
Wow. When you're sharing this, it reminds me of a line, like if we have been forgiven much, like we are able to love much. And like you talked about loving yourself, I mean personally it's sometimes a struggle because like there's all this like feel good positive messages
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
yourself,
Self-care.
like you're so awesome, believe the
Yeah.
best for yourself.
Yeah.
But sometimes I feel like those things are good, but they kind of like, it doesn't bring me to that place where like I really feel the love that I'm looking for. It's almost like I needed someone to show me a new way to love. And a love that is actually not human, I guess, but because in our human state, like, our love is so broken and so incomplete, but that there is a God, who loves us like that, in a way that is complete, in a way that is powerful, like a father would love their kids, like a friend who would sit beside another friend, that kind of love that really completes it all. And yeah, so even hearing you share like this new beginning just reminds me of like, man, if I know of such a kind of love, I think I can love myself in that same way. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. No.
Maybe I'll just like add on a little bit of something.
Yes,
I
yes.
think like when Lisa was sharing about, just like learning to slow down and reflect and process, I think that was very instrumental for me as well. And I really like identify with what she was saying, and how it's really, really a journey. And for me, it's been a journey of about, I think it's about 8 years now, since I started to feel like I'm walking into the light. And there have been really like moments where I feel like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm back at square one, and it's especially like when things in present triggers like old memories or like old wounds, and it's not like I'm sitting in a corner and like scratching at my scab and like hoping like I'm not like going around to dig up stuff, but sometimes like when life happens, like like pain like gets resurfaced, and it's like those moments are really, really hard, and I start to feel like negativity and everything again. So sometimes I try and move on, pretend I'm okay, but then it doesn't last long.
Yeah.
So one thing I really learned is like to not be so hard on myself. Is that when, and also to see like to see pain as an invitation, like for another level to go deeper in my healing. And I've realized like you really have to be courageous to confront pain. I think like many times like we run away from pain because we're just so fearful, like we of the uncertainty, and we wonder if we will survive it. And so we just keep trying to like pretend it's not there, deny it, suppress it, or drink it away, or like I don't know. so many ways like we try and like suppress our pain, and something I'm still like figuring out as well.
That's so good.
I feel like I'm still figuring things out, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Lisa, go ahead. I mean, this is the resonance that's happening, I feel. Like when you said that line and Lisa just went, like pain is actually an opportunity to go deeper into healing. Like Lisa, what's going off in your mind right now?
I guess like that kind of supports what I said earlier also, like with like circuit breaker, like you are stuck at home, and I think Marcus also said this in his video, like you are forced to like confront that loneliness, confront whoever you are as a person, all your thoughts, your feelings and emotions. So like it's been really scary. I feel like certain times, like you are feeling all these emotions and you literally cannot run away, you can't go out and distract yourself,
Yeah.
And I think it is a very good, it's a really great way of saying that. And I that really resonates with me.
So good, man.
So good.
So
Yeah,
good.
so
we're gonna sing a song, and it's
Yay!
yeah.
It's
Oh,
a
we
song
didn't
that-
plan that. It was so spontaneous. Thanks. Oh, you have
Why
a
you
guitar.
got a guitar
Oh,
there? Why you got a guitar?
wow. I mean, I totally wasn't expecting that. So yeah, go ahead.
Introduce the song, right?
Okay, I don't know what to say. Actually, I didn't know how to introduce the song. I was like, oh, this song very nice. I sing before. I used to sing it last time. Yeah, I think this song is like I feel like it's like hopeful and also very real to me. I don't know. I just connect with it somehow. So yeah, I hope you guys like it too.
What's the title of the song?
So this song is called Times Like These by Foo Fighters. Yeah, now you know my age. If you go to like Foo Fighters YouTube, right, you see all the people watching them are all like the older ones. I don't know why. Okay.
I'm a one-way motorway. I'm the one that drives away, then follows you back home. And I'm a streetlight shining. I'm a wild light blinding bright, burning off alone. Oh, it's times like these you learn to live again. It's times like these you give and give again. It's times like these you learn to love again. It's times like these, time and time again. And I'm a new day rising. I'm a brand new sky to hang the stars upon tonight. And I'm a little divided. Do I stay or run away? Leave it all behind. Yeah. It's times like these you learn to live again. It's times like these you give and give again. It's times like these you learn to love again. It's times like these, time and time again. It's times like these you learn to live again. It's times like these you give and give again. It's times like these you learn to love again. It's times like these, time and time again. It's times like these, time and time again.
George, wait, what's that?
I didn't have anything around me, so I put probiotics.
Ruler.
Probiotics.
Come on.
Good bacteria.
brand sponsor.
You gotta
No.
take care of your gut health, man.
Yeah.
Your gut health is very important.
I also
Wow,
thought
man.
it was a ruler.
Oh, is it
Ruler?
really?
What's a ruler?
Probiotics, guys.
Wow, Korean. I can see the.
Product placement, terrible.
Oh man. Thank you, Wei Ming and Charlene. Come on.
Thanks
It
for
feels like
listening.
we're having a gig right now. I mean, this is serious stuff. Yeah, we're so blessed, honestly, today to have like all you guys like sharing your stories. I come to a place to realize that, firstly, it's never easy to be vulnerable like this, you know, because like you're letting people into your heart. You know, it takes a lot of courage, but yet at the same time, like your own vulnerability is actually touching people's lives, you know. So just really honor you for that, and I really love all your stories. So good, and all the fun that we have had. You know, all the tissue paper, got dinosaur, got rainbow. I mean, this episode is the bomb, man. I mean, seriously. Yeah. So it was really fun, you know. So this brings us to the end of By the Fireplace HTHT. We hope that you guys all had such a great time. We certainly had a great time ourselves here at this Zoom call. A lot of laughter, a lot of fun, and a lot of heartfelt stories. So as we exit our 2-month circuit breaker, we're gonna look forward to our new like semi-free life, So I can't totally say the same phrase, like stay home, stay safe and stay connected. It's like, guys, stay home when you need to, stay safe, and above all else, stay connected.
Stay connected.
We'll see you.
It's like curtain call, Everybody must bow together.
Okay,
Well
bye-bye.
done, guys. Bye.